Hey, get in here. It's the pod with Purvis Productions and Purvcast. I'm Ethan Purvis, hence the name of the company. I'm sitting here with Colton Moos, one of my good friends. We've been friends for a long, long time. We met delivering pizza back
One fateful evening at Domino's.
for sure, man. Years and years ago, before either of us ever had anything going for us. You know, we were just throwing the football in the parking lot in between deliveries. That's how we, I showed up, and he and another guy were throwing the football in the parking lot waiting to take pizza deliveries. And I was like, and then there's a whole other group of guys too.
Right.
That were,
Probably trying to steal food in there or something.
Oh yeah,
get a free bite.
For sure, dude. And I looked at these two guys throwing the football, and I looked at this handful of guys in there doing who knows what, and I'm like, no, there's no choice here. Those two guys are my friends, and
it stuck.
And it stuck, dude. Stuck. From then on,
incredible.
From then on, man. I don't think any of us were married at that point.
No.
None of us.
What a great job, though, man.
That was.
I mean, for a college kid or a young kid, that is a great job. I think about it all the time.
I do too. I think back to it when I think about it, I don't talk bad about that job.
Never.
Never. There's other jobs that it's like you couldn't pry a positive word from me about that job. But when it comes to Domino's delivering pizza, dude,
man, you're always well fed.
For sure.
There's a lot of freedom.
Crew pie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Listen to your own music, You're on your own quite a bit. You do have to be customer service. That's the hard part.
Yeah,
right?
for sure.
Because it's no secret. People are always trying to scam out of free food, and so that part is not easy. But, man, that wasn't really our problem either because we're just delivery drivers. So
for sure.
Who cares if they get a free pizza? It's not coming out of our pocket.
Yeah.
Not the right mentality at all.
But whatever, dude. We're pizza drivers, know. That was pretty fun, man. That was
a great gig. I went back. I was a teacher for a while. I'd go back in the summers. I mean, I've done that job with so many other jobs. It's a great gig.
It truly is. It's pretty fun. So that's how we met back in the day, and quite a different world that we both live in now. Obviously, Colton for 5 years now. You've been working with the Graddy Real Estate team.
Yes, sir.
I remember whenever you left teaching to go to that, and it seems like it's been everything that you hoped and dreamed that it would be.
Oh man,
and then some.
So much more. It's crazy to think looking back at that time I even struggled to make the decision. I was like, should I jump out of teaching? Do I actually leave? And now, do it over and over and over again. Absolutely.
That is so awesome, dude. And I'm so stoked for just the, amazing positive impact that it's had on your life, and tell me a little bit about how you think being a part of the Graddy team specifically has helped you as, a real estate professional.
Yeah.
Plenty of people get into real estate.
Sure.
But not everybody loves it or thrives like you do.
Sure. Yeah. I mean, that's you put it word for word. It's unfortunately in the industry of real estate, there is very little training. There's very little, just mentorship, very little anything. But I'm blessed to be with, there's probably a handful of people in our area, greater Springfield area, that do it the right way and can provide the proper training, be a mentor like I would need. Adam's one of those guys. And so I get questions all the time, and people talk about, would you ever jump out on your own? And no, I don't see myself ever jumping out on my own. There is so much to learn that you don't know when you just go to your 2-week real estate school or whatever. It's just so easy to get your license, then you're thrown into the fire. And man, I almost feel bad for people that aren't with a team and aren't getting good training, because there's a lot that goes into selling real estate.
I can only imagine. I can tell you from my perspective, just obviously we're clients of yours. Mm-hmm. About 4 years ago, we bought the house that we're sitting in now.
Yeah.
We've had a relationship for forever, but we started our relationship with the Graddy team at that point.
Yeah.
And going into buying a house, we're like, are we even can we even buy? Should we be trying to buy a house? We didn't know. You know,
Answer's always yes.
Okay,
Right? Best time to buy a house was yesterday.
Right. Yeah, for sure, dude. That's what we started to learn too. But it was super overwhelming just trying to know enough to buy a house,
right?
Let alone be a professional in the industry.
Sure.
To that point, every question that we ever had, well, we went into it completely blind, and by the time we picked our house, we felt educated enough through you guys,
awesome,
to feel like we were making a good decision.
Yeah.
So, I say that to say it's difficult to know enough just to buy a house, let alone know enough to take other people's finances and lives in your hand.
Oh man.
With your, you've got to have knowledge, training, education, and experience to feel comfortable doing those things,
Yeah, and I find myself in a world where I need to know a certain level about taxes, inspections, insurance, whatever it is. I'd have to know a lot about a lot of different things as an agent, and I mean, to be honest, I don't want to be negative on the industry as a whole, but I think it's one of the things that is actually kind of almost a low point in the industry is the fact that it is so easy to get your license and you don't have to have X amount of training really to dive in and manage someone's largest asset or make one of the largest financial decisions they're ever going to make in their life. And you just get like a 2-3 week course, get your license, and then you're thrown out there like that. That's a miss in the industry. And so I try to educate when I can.
Absolutely, dude. Yeah. I could only imagine, I know for us, like it's been game changing. We had no idea whenever we went into the process of buying a house, the impact that it has overall on your life and the doors that it opens and opportunities that come through being a homeowner. And, I mean, we never had any clue, but then you who are helping, like you said, make people make these massive decisions. There should be some more education. I agree. Because it's like, and then you get, you talk about insurance, taxes, all these different, areas that you've got to know something about. But then, I mean, you've got resources in every other aspect, like construction, remediation, water damage, you name it. You've got those resources too, which are also extremely important resources because owning a home does at times come with hiccups.
Yeah, and that's that's funny. That's one of those things that I just never thought about getting into the industry, but now that I love, it's such a big part of my life. Is just being a contact for professional resources. Knowing who's a trustworthy handyman, who's trustworthy for mold remediation, who can come look at your roof and they know what they're talking about, right? Those type of things. That's such a big part of real estate. That's really, you don't think about it till you're in it. And it's something I really love. I love getting calls from past clients. I don't want anything too bad to happen to them.
Yeah.
When they say like, hey, this is happening in my house, what should I do or who should I call? And being able to provide a resource that's good, solid, trustworthy, all those things is just, I love it.
For sure.
Love that part of the job. So.
And you guys, you guys being continuous point of contact through all that, it actually, I mean, I know it means a lot to your clients as a client. I know it means certainly a lot because you're like, man, their proverbial front door is always open for questions,
Yeah.
And so that's awesome. Gives person confidence in knowing that.
Sure.
For sure. But then it also is kind of like, I mean, it's guaranteed client return, man. If you've got this relationship that the whole house, like you didn't just help them buy a house or help them sell a house and then it's like, deuces, which you guys don't do. You stay interested and involved in the lives of your clients, then they're gonna return.
Yeah,
for sure.
And that's what it's all about for us. We want it to be a family type atmosphere.
Right.
We want to know about graduations and pregnancies and everything else coming up. And we try our best to be in front of our clients and to be talking to them more than just, hey, do you want to sell your house that you bought with us 2 years ago?
Right.
We try to actually build relationships and do different events that give back and, you name it. We try to do it and be a relationship based team.
For sure, and it definitely shows. I mean, that's definitely evident, and that's worth something to people too.
I hope
It's not
so. Absolutely.
It's definitely not nothing. Like it certainly goes appreciated. For the last several years, I'm pretty sure that I came and got a pie before we bought the house.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, like
yeah.
I'm pretty sure that we did.
Yeah.
But then, like ever since then, with the the pie giveaway around Thanksgiving, and I walk in and it's just like high fives, handshakes, hugs. It's just like so good to see everybody. And then the Easter Bunny.
Absolutely.
This past Easter,
so fun,
such a good time. They come. You guys came with the Easter Bunny and my little girls, who actually kind of freaked out a little bit.
Hey, because it's a tough thing when you're 2-3 years old. You never know who's a friend, who's an enemy.
For sure, dude. Whenever you look at it, you're like, wow, they're usually a lot smaller than that.
Yeah, that is not a bunny. That's a monster.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, that's a great point. But even that, that means a lot. Even though we haven't been your most active client.
No way. Don't even think about it like that.
Well, what I mean is, you're just, even though we're not the most active client over the last couple of years, it doesn't matter. You guys,
you're in the family, man. When you're in the family, you're in.
Well, that's awesome. And that's, that's the way it's felt working with you guys. The event today, felt like, you guys were like, that's your big family get together, right?
Yeah, that is we do several events, usually 4 or 5 just for client give back a year. And then we do several just volunteering. But that pumpkin event we did today, that's the biggest one. And so we had over 500 register, around 525 or something. And yeah, it was jam packed out there at Rutledge Wilson.
For sure.
We rented it out and had a lot of fun.
Yeah, that was great. You told me you were in charge of parking. And when we rolled up, I was like, dude, I have been here a lot and never seen this place remotely close to this packed out.
Yeah.
And you did a good job parking cars.
Well, so I park every week at church. One of my things, the 9 o'clock service, I've got experience, but
based off of what I saw today, I bet the 9 o'clock service is the best parked service of them all too.
You bet. You bet. But yeah, today was crazy. I always have 2 goals. I want no collisions and I want no kids ran over. And I'm still batting 1,000. Haven't had it happen yet, but we were probably 200 cars in within 25, 30 minutes. And so there was a lot to do.
That is insane, dude. Question, how do you feel about just like whenever my wife's coming home from work, just come help her park in the driveway? Think you could do that?
I don't know if you can afford me. I'm gonna start putting a fee on it.
Okay, all right. I might have to just start saving because it's kind of a tight squeeze to get into my truck sometimes.
It's tough. Bring the mirrors in. Do all the little things.
Yeah, for sure, dude. Yeah, every little tip I can get. Man, today was so much fun.
Yeah.
That was a great time. Obviously, will you guys be doing your pie? Thanksgiving
coming up about a month and a half. We'll have pies for Thanksgiving. Last year, I think we gave away 350 pies or something.
That's crazy, man.
Maybe we'll do more this year. Try to always beat it. Go up
for
higher,
sure.
Right?
Yeah.
So, we're same place. Get them for Village Inn.
Yep.
So
hard
really
to
fun.
beat, dude.
Yeah, it's just one more thing. Like, yes, we want to give back. We want to give the gift, but hey, if you're hosting Thanksgiving, you don't have to bake a pie. We'll take care of your pie so you can do something else.
Yeah, you can even take it out of the box and tell people, I made it.
Put it in the oven for 2 minutes, bring it out right when company gets there.
Yeah,
That's
for
it.
sure.
That's how you do it.
Wow, Karen, your pie tastes just like Village Inn's. It's fantastic.
They got the recipe from me.
Yeah. I told them how. That's awesome, dude. Well, today's event was amazing. It's obvious that the Adam Graddy team cares for their clients when they're actively working for them and when they're not actively working for them.
I appreciate you saying that.
Absolutely, man, which is, you guys have been a fantastic resource and, honestly, friends. We were friends before, but, we've developed other relationships through that too, and it's been pretty cool. Tell me about, I know there's a couple more things in particular coming up.
Yeah.
That I want you to have the opportunity to tell people about.
Yeah. Well, the biggest one, Like I said before, we were in a position where we were going to pick, as a team member, you got to pick one event a month, and the whole team has to try to volunteer if they can.
Right.
So it went away. We're starting to bring that back. The event that I picked is coming up February 9th. It's called Night to Shine. It's a Tim Tebow sponsored event. And it basically, the best way to describe it, it's like a special needs prom. And so there's all these different volunteer spots. You can be a makeup person, you can help serve food, you can help do high fives and create energy, or you can be a chaperone or a date, which is what I did. I volunteered at this 3 years ago, and it's coming back to High Street Baptist in Springfield, and you can be the date. You can actually, take your little date to dinner. And then take them to the dance floor, and there's a karaoke spot. I mean, it's just a fun event. So there's so many things you can do.
Okay, so that Night to Shine.
Night to Shine, February 9th.
Okay.
High Street Baptist.
And the best way to volunteer, should people go through you or...
No, I mean, if you're listening to this, what I'll do, I will get you a link that you can post with the podcast. That's probably easier, because I'm really not in charge. I mean, I'm not running it. I'm not in charge of it. I'm just strictly a volunteer, and I'm just getting my team to do a bunch of volunteering with it.
Okay.
I have nothing to do with putting it on.
You're just spreading the word.
Just spreading the word just to give back. So,
okay. Well, that is absolutely something that my wife and I would like to do.
Yeah.
You said that it's a ton of fun.
Yeah.
I've
booked the babysitter.
Absolutely.
Leave the kids and then come do that, and it's better than some dates. I mean, definitely in my house.
Oh yeah, yeah. I can feel you there. Yeah. You guys are having fun instead of arguing. So,
right. We're volunteering instead of arguing about bills or whatever.
Yeah. You want to go on a date? No, I don't want to go on a date. I don't feel like fighting. No. That's definitely something that we would love to. And I know a handful of guys that I've actually volunteered with at the Special Olympics bowling event.
So awesome.
Multiple times, and I know these guys would love to get in on that. That's so cool. So
I'll get you
in.
the link.
Give me the link. I'll spread.
There's
the
a
word.
small background check you got to do, but just a couple minutes, just a couple questions.
Yeah.
And they do it
for sure. I mean, we'd all want that done for our kids too. So
absolutely,
not a big deal.
Yep.
Hey,
so and then the other event. Yeah. The other event, I've got a investing seminar. We've done a handful of those, really focused on real estate investing for just everyone. I've got a panel coming. There's 5 people. They own over $50 million in assets. So these are people that are experienced. They know the drill. This isn't a fake TikToker, right? That's done like one investment in their life and they claim to be an expert. Like, these are people who've been doing it 5, 7, 10, 15. One guy I think's been doing it 30 years that I'm bringing. So
that is awesome, dude.
Yeah, completely free. It's going to be, I'm telling everybody, this will be the best free event for real estate investing in Southwest Missouri.
That is...
I just know the panel we're bringing, they're going to provide so much value.
That's awesome, dude. And it's nice, like, having this kind of educational resource is fantastic too, because I know I can see what your knowledge has done for you in the real estate investing world. Yeah. And
it's powerful.
And how, I mean, I know it's changed financially, it's changed your life.
It has.
Like, it's not even recognizable.
Oh man. Well, from teaching now.
yeah.
From volunteering. No.
Yeah, volunteering for certain.
Well, yeah, the power of real estate is just, I don't know the stats. It's a very high stat. It's like close to 90%. I've seen it all over of self-made millionaires in America have done it through real estate. And so it's just a powerful thing. So
that's wild. And I would guess that even a lot of like self-made millionaires, that you look at them and you think that their primary product is this one thing. If it's an app or if it's a gadget or whatever it is, you're like, this millionaire, oh, they got rich off of yada yada, that app. But if it's 90%, that the chances are pretty good that person paid to develop this product through real estate investments.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And, just stair-step their way with starting out in real estate and then eventually, selling that and using that, liquidation cash to invest in the product you see,
Yeah, there's different products you can borrow against. I don't suggest it all the time, right? You got to be smart with it, but it creates capital. And it creates equity that can be used in a number of ways if you're smart with it.
For sure, yeah. That's I know that you and I have talked about that all along the way. We've talked about it. I've picked your brain on it. Yeah. And the whole time, I have not done it. and you have, and
It's a little easier when you're in the industry.
Yeah.
Have a front row seat to a lot of houses, but
I guess that's true. That is true. But I see how, like, it served you great.
Yeah,
the knowledge and education and this event.
I mean, I have had a just crazy 2 weeks with one of my properties. One of my rentals had to kick a tenant out, had to deal with, police, had to deal with what the renovation costs are going to be for me moving forward. But it hasn't, that's just part of it, and it hasn't changed my mind. I'd do it all over again, and that's, it's the appreciation of that house and what it's worth is so much greater than what I have in it or what I'm going to be paying to repair it. It's a whole world that's so cool.
For sure, man. That's awesome. And this event, what's the name of this? What's the easiest way to find it? And
the easiest way to find it, just be my Facebook. So Colton, Colton, last name's Moos. And we really haven't started marketing a lot yet, but we're about to now that this other event we did today is over. But yeah, it's called I think we're calling it the Graddy Real Estate Mega Event or Real Estate Investing Mega Event, something like that. I know mega events in there.
Mega event's nice. Yeah.
Well, and that's what it is. And it's going to be, for nothing else, it'd be great networking. So
absolutely.
We have over 50 people signed up, and we've only really put up one graphic. We haven't started with the videos. And so just that alone, you walk in the door and introduce yourself to 4 or 5 people, you build connections that might have your next deal.
Absolutely, yeah.
Or that person might be the handyman you choose to use on everything you buy from here on out. So just stuff like that.
Okay, sweet. I know I'm registered. I'm signed up.
Yeah.
Get me the link for that too, and I'll blast that out. We'll pump that out. I'm excited for it. I can't wait for it.
It's going to be so good.
Best
hour you can invest in yourself. Just to grow personally. You'll learn so much walking out of there.
That's awesome, dude. One thing I'm really excited about too is like as I've gotten like older and I'm more, I'm established in a career and things of that nature. I'm back to the point where I'm like, dude, I crave learning. Like I want to learn, you want
to learn what you want to learn about, right?
Exactly. Yes.
You don't want to be forced to learn about something stupid.
Yes.
No offense. Education.
Yeah.
Private education. All education.
Didn't much care for biology, but had to sit through that class.
Don't much use it either. Calculus, right? Just a waste of brain. Total waste of your brain energy.
Don't much use it. That's a great line, dude. That's perfect.
I use percentages. That's the biggest math I use right now is percentages.
Okay,
I take my calculator out.
That ain't biology.
No, definitely not.
Yeah, but yeah, I'm stoked on learning stuff that I want to learn. That's a great way to put it. I get excited. Like this whole process of learning how to podcast and going from zero knowledge to now like putting out a pretty solid product. Like that's been exciting. I've been stoked on learning it. So that kind of event, a great opportunity to learn and expand your horizons and expand your potential and just open doors for you.
Just get in the same room too as bigger thinkers, right? And people who are accomplishing things. It always rubs off on you and grows you.
For sure. Yeah. Which is, I'm stoked about. I can't wait to learn that stuff and hopefully, meet good people and, maybe like get inspired into the next, step of expanding our, I guess,
the Purvcast.
Absolutely, man. Yeah, Purvcast, Purvis Productions. That'd be sweet. Colton, Facebook, the best place to interact with you?
Yeah. I have the others. I don't really use them. I'm kind of old. I'm a dinosaur.
Yeah.
So I use Facebook more than anything else.
I feel you. I was off of all social media for like 3 years until I started doing this.
Got to do it.
And so now, like, you have to. It's literally like you're going to be nothing forever if you don't do Instagram and Facebook and all that. So I have no idea what I'm doing on any of it, so I sympathize with you being like, I know Facebook. Well, man, I'm going to do Facebook.
It was funny, before I did what I do now, I think in sales, right, and in all that, you have to kind of be out there. You got to be visible.
For sure.
It is what it is. It's just a necessary evil to some people, to me.
Yeah.
But, I had probably 4 people when I was teaching. They would tell me that we would talk about Facebook or something. They're like, you have a Facebook? And I'm like, yeah. And they're like, do you ever do anything? I'm like, no.
No.
Like, I'd post like once a year or once every 6 months.
Yeah,
people,
for sure.
People had no idea I had any social media.
Yep. Dude, that's, that was me too. So I sympathize with you.
Yeah,
but it's part of work.
It is.
You
You
know?
have to. I mean, it is. And it's let's be honest, it's free marketing to some degree. I mean, there's you can do sponsorship ads and all that and spend money on it, but to a degree, just with your friends, family, people you know, it's free marketing. And so
absolutely
super valuable.
Yeah. Do have to take advantage of it, even if you don't want to. But Colton Moos, Moos on Facebook. It's a spot to find him. Adam Graddy Real Estate Team.
Graddy Real Estate.
They're awesome. Their events are awesome. Their work is awesome. They know more than well, the other people I've talked to. They just
don't throw anybody under the bus.
I won't do that.
Here.
No. I don't need to burn any bridges. No, but you guys have been such a wonderful resource for my family and I in finding a home, buying a home, learning about home ownership, and then also with some of the stuff that happens, being a resource. Yeah. So I definitely appreciate that, man, for sure. And today's event was awesome. Colton Moos, Adam Graddy team, and I'm
hungry, I'm hangry, I'm tired from that event. It's about time to go get some dinner.
Let's get you the heck out of here, dude. So for real estate needs, Colton Moos, hey, and if you want to, if you've ever had interested in audio production, would like to have your own podcast, would like to have your own video podcast, or would just like to do some short videos for
absolutely
any kind of marketing, hit up Purvis Productions on Instagram.
Okay.
That's kind of the Purvis Productions is kind of the business side of it.
Okay.
Purvcast is like my hobby podcast.
Oh, okay.
You can find me there too, or find me on
your energy.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
That's that was the whole reason that all this is happening.
Absolutely.
Because I always wanted to do it. Love AM radio, love podcasts.
Yeah.
Started doing the Purvcast because I just wanted to.
Yeah.
And then, developed this whole new set of skills. And I'm like, I should share this with anybody interested to take advantage of it,
Absolutely.
So that's where we're at now. Ethan Purvis on Facebook too. I don't interact with Facebook.
Do you still have the period on your name?
I'll never change it.
Ethan Purvis period.
Yep, that's right.
The period on the end.
That single thing has had more comments in real life and on social media than anything I've ever done, dude. I'm telling you, Ethan Purvis with a period. That's how you'll know. That's like my blue check mark.
So good. That's your check mark,
yep.
Yeah. And you don't have to pay for it.
That's exactly right, dude. That's mine. That's how you know I'm me. So find the period if you want a podcast.
That's so good.
That's awesome. Hey, thanks, guys.
Oh. All right. I'm going to go apologize to my wife.
Yep. Dude, I'm sorry.
Not get laid tonight because of you.
Well, you weren't anyway.